What do I need to find? Find E. Yeah. Form. The standard form is always E times P divided by 1 plus or minus. Currently, that's not a 1. So you might want to factor out what on the bottom? 4. Okay. So that would mean 1 plus 2 sine of theta. How do I get rid of the 4 in the front? Multiply by 1/4, right? What you multiply to the bottom, you multiply to the top. So our standard form is 3 divided by 1 plus 2 times sine of theta. Okay, what's your E value? 2. Okay. What shape is that? Hyperbola is right. Hyperbola. Okay. Analyze me. You need to tell me what it is. All right. Next. It says graph it. And then find the rest of it later. How do we graph it? Should we put it in rectangular form? Is that easier to graph? Okay, let's put it in rectangular form. To put it in rectangular form, I'm going to cross multiply. Okay. So I will have r times 1 plus 2 times sine of theta equals to 3. What do you think we need to do next? Distribute r plus 2r equals to 3. How do we convert that polar into rectangular? Anybody remember what this is? Y, yeah. Okay, that's 2y. What's r? Yeah. Is it coming back? Okay. Now we know it is a hyperbola. We got to put it back in the same way that it looks like a hyperbola. I'm sorry, what? Go up? Oh, down. Like up. Let it go. Okay. What are you going to do next to put it in the hyperbola format? Divide by 3? No, I can't have a radical. Move. Yep, so x squared plus y squared under the radical stays. Move the y. Now what? Square root. Oh, square, yep. Now square both sides. You are correct. Miss Amy Z said square both sides. Okay. Then I need more space, so it goes right here. So now I have x squared plus y squared equals 9 minus what? 12y plus what? 4y squared. What are you going to do next? Yeah, let's put all the same variables together. Okay, do you guys want to move the y to the right or left? Y squared, I should say. Left. So move the 4y squared to the left. Okay. So negative 3y squared. Is that true? And then move the 12 over. So my plus 12y. Can I drop the x squared down? Like that? Yeah. And then equals to 9. What are you going to do? Yeah. Complete the square. I don't need to do anything for x, so that's nice. I need to take out 3, right, y'all? So y squared, carefully, tell me what's right. I took out minus, yeah, plus, equals 9. What goes in the blank space? 4. Okay. Whatever you add it on that side, add it to this side, except I also need to multiply that too. Or what? A negative 3. Okay, so what do we have? We have x squared in the front. Is that okay? Minus 3 times the whole quantity of y minus 2 squared equals what? A negative. A negative what? Well, as you know, I can never have a negative there. I can only have a 1 there. What are you going to do now? Divided by a negative. Whoa, that's going to change your position, isn't it? Okay. So can I put the y squared in the front now, since that's positive? Okay. over 1. Is that okay? Was it okay to say over 1, or do you care at all? Yeah. Minus x squared over 3 equals, oh no. Okay, do I have enough to graph? Yes. Okay, what's your center, y'all? 0, 2, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 0, comma 2 is where I want to go for my center. A squared is 1, so A is 1. Up 1, down 1. B squared is 3, so rad 3 is in between 1 and 2. Okay. Hi. So do 1 and some change is fine. I'm not picky. So make your box. And then if I have a box, I am now going to make my what? Yeah. And it should open up and down. Is that okay? Okay, so that's how we graph that one in polar. Why don't you bust out your calculator? Why don't we check ourselves to see if we are doing a good job based on the calculation, based on technology. How do I graph this function? Your original here. Polar, you gotta change your mode. Not only have to change the mode to polar, you also have to change your mode to radians or degrees. Radians, yep, you gotta change both. All right, let's see if we're doing a good job. Are we right, or is the whole class wrong? I don't know. You never know. Yeah, you gotta change it to polar. Remember in polar, they have to use angles and radians? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Change it to polar. So 12 divided by 4 plus 8 times sine of theta. Or you can do the reduced sign. Your X-min and X-max class, make sure it goes from -10 to 10 for X-min and X-max, so is Y, okay? Y goes from -10 to 10 for me. Because if you make it too big, you won't be able to see it. And then the theta just goes from 0 to 2 pi. You see something similar. So Y min -10, Y max +10, X min -10, X max -10. Now the theta, make sure you go from 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi for X min. 0 and then 2 pi. I'm doing that too. Theta's on an angle, and theta max is where it ends, so we want to fold like twinsy. Why is this graphing at 0 to just my only shows the bottom side? Yes.
Oh, because those are asymptotes.
Yeah! Can you see like a spider web? Why does it look like a spider web? Yeah, they have asymptotes for you.
But I can't even see the
I
actual
know!
curve.
So friendly!
I like your crazy socks.
Thank you! Anybody else wearing crazy socks?
I'm wearing my dog.
I'm wearing my regular socks.
What?
Oh, wait, is that really your dog?
Yeah.
I didn't even make that stuff.
Yeah, my mom got married for Christmas a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Are you pressing Zoom?
Okay, you're my
She's 7. Oh, I put.
You gotta go in radians, y'all.
Wait, I'm in degrees and it worked.
What the heck?
Oh yeah, you're way too big.
Yeah.
You're like in the billions.
Wait, I need to see this.
Oh, there we go.
I said don't divide by.
How come you don't have an asymptote graph?
What is in degrees? Why not? Wait, let's try it.
Oh my gosh, what did you do?
Oh my god. Like a
Still
3D
doing it.
image.
Yeah.
So, wait, for our y, you said you wanted to?
Negative 10 is
Wait.
The star.
Wait,
You don't think that's it?
What do I put for x? Oh.
wait, let me see.
Yeah,
Well, X is not. X is just. You already have theta. Theta's right here. That's your radian. That's
Kind of right. It's just repeating.
There you go.
But like, look, it's like the.
That means you have your window.
Yeah, no, my window's.
Your window's too big. You got 0 to 100 radians. That's a lot of revolutions. She has like a lot of spider webs because she has like she keep wanting to go forever.
Wait.
That's the thing about polar because you technically can you have it graph multiple times.
0 to 2 5.
That's not right.
Amy,
What?
you're wrong for this.
Okay, are we on the same page as your technology?
And your x.
No, your technology is not on the same page, or I'm not on the same page.
I mean, technology is
Number one, unhighlight your plot. And then go to window, 0 to 2 pi, negative 10, 10. Okay, mode, she's in. Let me see over what. 12 divided by 4 plus 8
sine theta.
Oh yeah, that looks fine. What is wrong with her graph? She
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't help it get all.
Redo it.
I just realized that.
You don't want to see a thing and then swirl it and it's all like.
Parentheses are in the 12.
I don't understand. It's so
Let's try again. Okay. 12 divided by quantity 4 plus 8. Sine.
I bet that's your next stage of life. You're gonna be. You're gonna be a blackboard and you're gonna eat.
Hey, I think now we're on the same page. B. Does B look easier than A?
Yeah.
Okay. B. Here we go.
Can we just cancel it?
Can we just cancel? Okay, here we go. Remember, yesterday I only gave you guys polar equation with sine and cosine. This is cosecant. What are you going to do? Turn them into? Sine. Okay. Turn it into sine. So here we go. So if I turn into sine, I need to simplify. Can I, on the denominator, can I multiply, can I have a common denominator of sine? Yes. Okay. So on the top, I now have r equals 3 divided by sine of theta, that's the numerator, divided by, okay, on the bottom, would you agree that if I were to multiply this by sine, I need to multiply the top by sine? Okay. So on the bottom, I have 1 minus sine of theta divided by sine of theta. Is that true? Then what do you do next? Flip it, you're right. If I flip it, what's happened? That's right. So can I just write divided by 1 minus sine theta? It's already in standard form. What's your E value, y'all? 1. I love it. 1 is 1 because what shape is it? That's right. Okay. Go ahead and you can definitely convert that out into a rectangular graph. Okay, but should we try a new way? Because parabola is easier to graph in polar. Can you tell me about a p-value? What's a p-value? Okay, how do you know? Yeah, because e times p is always the numerator, right? The numerator is 3. We knew e is 1, so p is 3. Now, the position of the directrix, where is that going? Directrix is what? Okay, parallel to polar axis. Okay, what else? 3 units below. Below what? The pole. Okay. So if I have that, I can totally graph out at least that piece. So I'm going to go 3 units below the pole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. As you know, I can't count very well, so okay, directrix. What else do we know in polar graph? Where is the focus at? Always. Yesterday, we fill out the table. The focus is always at. Always at. Oh, Lucian, can you hit the keyboard for me, please? Okay, the focus is always at the pole. The focus is at the focus. You're right. Okay. All right. If I know the focus, and I know this is a parabola, and I know where the directrix is, do we know how it opens? What direction? Up. Do I know the vertex? What? Where is it at? Where is the vertex at? Right in the middle, y'all. Okay. Now, remember, we're trying a new way. We're not converting it to rectangular. We left it in polar. I need 2 more dots to graph because I have the vertex. When you're in polar, can I plug in an angle? What angle is easiest for me to plug in? 90 or 0, right? Here's my equation. What's sine of 0? 0. 1 minus 0 is 0. 3 divided by 1 is, 1 minus 0 is 1. 3 divided by 1 is? 3. So what direction is that? 3 to the right, because I picked 0. You're right. Look. I got another dot. But it's a parabola. So I know the other dot has to be on the other side. So sometimes keeping it in polar, it's a bit easier. Look at that. Hyperbola would be a little more difficult to graph in polar. Okay. Last example. Oh, not exact. I mean, not last. We have one more to this. I lied. But we kind of know how to do this already. Convert each polar equation into a rectangular equation. So we already know, right? Okay. What do you do first? Multiply both sides, cross multiply. So that cross multiply, I have r times 1 minus sine of theta equals to 3. So r minus r sine of theta equals to 3. Can I fill in? What's r? X squared plus y squared under the radical minus what? Y equals to 3. What do you want to do next, y'all? Move. By the way, is it possible to identify the curve right now? What curve is this? It is, because the e value is what? Yeah. Okay, so e value is 1. So this is definitely parabola. Sometimes it's not as easy. In rectangular, it's not as obvious. Then you can convert it and say it. Okay. Now move the y over. So now I have square root of x squared plus y squared equals to 3 plus y. Now what? Square both sides? Go ahead and multiply it out after you square both sides. X squared plus y squared equals 9 plus 6y plus what? I have y squared and x squared. Could that not be a parabola? Whoa, thank goodness. Okay. It cancels, right? Okay, so now one of it's a square. Is it a parabola? Yes. Now let's put it in the standard form. Ready? So on this side, I got x squared equals. The standard form, can I move the y in the front? 6y plus 9. The standard form is like x squared, right? Y minus k. So can I have that 6 in the front? 6 in the front of the y, can I have it? Factor out the 6. So if I have to factor out 6, it's going to be ugly, but that's okay. What's 9 divided by 6? 3 over 2, and that's okay. Well, so you're 6. If I ask you to graph, you can graph that out, but in this case, we just have to convert it. Okay, why don't you try B, and then I'll catch up. You think you want a 2-minute head start? Can you find the shape right away or no? No, okay, that's okay. You can find it after. If you're stuck, can you talk to your friend? It is a very funky number. I think some of you got, okay. So I did see that everybody distributed the R, which is amazing. Okay. Then everybody went in and put square root of x squared plus y squared, which awesome. So far so good? Then you can square both sides right now. There isn't anything wrong with that, but that was just harder. So when you square both sides, make sure you want to isolate, okay? Which is easier this way. Now I'm gonna square both sides, so this is really 4 plus what? 4x plus x squared equals 4, oops, not equals, yeah, equals 4 times x squared plus y squared. Is that okay? I'm going to distribute, bless you. I'm going to distribute my 4 on the right side. Equals 4x squared plus 4y squared. Okay. And I'm going to try to combine them, obviously. So first, I have an x squared and I have a y squared. So the shapes possibilities are either an ellipse or either hyperbola. Okay, so parabola is out of the question. So I'm going to move, what do you guys want to move to? To the right, to the left? Just pick a side. To the right. To the right, okay. So move this over and move that guy over. So 4 equals, if I move the x squared over, I have 3x squared minus 4x plus 4y squared. Is that okay still? Okay, now I'm going to try to complete the square. And it's going to be not a very friendly number. I am taking out a 3, so now I have x squared minus 4 divided by 3x plus a blank space plus 4y squared. Are we still okay? This is the part where I'm going to need you to help me. What's half of 4/3?
8 thirds. Wait, shoot, I'm dumb.
It's technically 4/6, but reduces down to 2/3. Square that for me.
4. Yeah, okay.
What I added on that side, I'm going to add on this side. But I'm not just adding 4 nines. I should multiply 4 nines with? Okay. So now I can cancel this guy to a 3 here. So 4/3 plus 4, that's really 5 1/3. Someone confirm that for me. 4/3 plus 4, 5 1/3? 5 1/3. Okay. 5 1/3 is 16/3? Yeah. Yeah, okay. 16 divided by 3 equals 3 times x minus. Earlier we said half of 4/3 was what? 2/3. So that's square. And then drop my 4y squared down. Right now, because it's an addition, so we know it has to be a what? Ellipse. But I can't have it equal to 16/3. What are you going to do? Divided by 16/3. Or multiply, yep, you're right, multiply each and every term by, okay. Okay, so someone said divide, so I want to divide. So 1 equals. Well, here's the part where some of you are going to be confused. I need to get rid of this 3 right here because I can't have it. How would I get rid of it? Multiply that 3 by 1/3. Okay. So when you multiply to the top, you might want to multiply to the bottom. So now on the bottom, I have, what do I have on the bottom? 16/9. Leave it. Okay. Because that's just going to be, if you're going to graph it out, it's just easier to have 4/3 direction than if you're going to put in decimals. Then I need to get rid of the 4 on the top of or next to y square. So multiply what? 1/4, exactly. So I can reduce that. So now this is y squared over 4 divided by 3. Leave it. Okay. So that's your ellipse. Yeah, you can always leave your answers in the simplest form. So we have to say, what shape is this? Ellipse. Last problem of the day, and I'll let you loose, unless we don't have time. We don't have time? Okay, we'll continue tomorrow.